Now, if you're like most people, you've probably seen an emoji already today, and they are one of this century's most important art forms. And as a special treat, we have one of the world's foremost emoji experts in the studio this morning, emoji artist Niki Selken. Welcome to Bay Area Focus.
Thank you for having me.
This is so exciting because emojis, they're so much fun. You actually wrote the dictionary for emojis. You make us understand what they all mean.
Yes.
And I will tell you my favorite emoji is this. And I think everyone knows what that means, but there are some we don't, right?
Yes, there are some that are open to interpretation. I think one of the earliest emojis was the girl that holds her hand out to the side, which in the US is kind of like whatever, but in China it means like, or Japan, it means to serve you. So it's like a waitress. So there's a lot of like emojis that have multiple meanings depending on your culture and where you come from.
I mean, emoji has really changed the way we communicate.
It has. I have a theory that communication started as face-to-face communication and storytelling, moved to letters, then phone calls, then emails, then tweets and texts, and then emoji tweets and texts. And as we distilled the language down into an image-based, which is called iconographic language, I think that it took out some of the emotional meaning behind the words that we would get when we'd see someone speak and watch the expressions on their face. And so emojis actually hit the same part of the brain that a smile does, like a happy face. So when we send an emoji, it's almost like you're sending a smile to someone, and your brain's lighting up in the same way you would when you speak to them face to face.
I always love the little hearts that you get, and that always makes me smile because it's my kid or it's my friend saying, love you, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, it really, I mean, it's amazing what emojis have done and the emergence in art and culture too.
Yeah, they're ubiquitous within, I wrote an article for an ad magazine about how they've been used in creative campaigns, for bands and musicians, like DJ Khaled co-opted the key emoji. I mean, there's people doing remakes of the masters, like the Garden of Earthly Delights. This woman did the emoji, I think it's called the Emoji Garden of Delights or something, but it's a remake of a Hieronymus Bosch painting with all emoji.
Oh, wow.
So there's some crazy stuff happening.
Yeah, and virtual reality games now.
I made it the first emoji virtual reality game, Emoji Flower VR, and it has 3 levels. Yeah,
There's some of it.
It's got a flower level, an outer space level,
okay,
and a underwater level. It's maybe my favorite.
So here, what's the point? What do you do?
So all you're doing is just like finding emojis and clicking and popping emojis. Or that's when I tested it with kids, what they would call it.
Yeah.
And then you're getting points based on that. And really, the emojis are just disappearing somewhere else, so they never die. It's not like a shooter or something.
Okay.
But it's just a fun, game with emoji, because everyone loves emoji.
Everyone loves emojis. It's so true. How did you get started working with emoji?
I got started working with emoji because I was in graduate school and I didn't know what I should work with. And I realized they'd come out, and I was obsessed with Japanese stationery. I had a collection of it. And I felt like they kind of came out of that because they're originally from Japan. And then I don't know, I just thought maybe I should start looking into this, and I wrote an emoji translation of the importance of being earnest. And then I made a dictionary, started with just a few emojis, and then I expanded it to include all of them. But the dictionary is crowdsourced because it's what we think it means, I have millions of users that have interacted with my dictionary and added to the definitions. So it's been used by academics all over the world to understand the linguistic meanings behind emoji and the cultural meanings. So it kind of just evolved.
And I think the age groups too, because
Yes.
when my 19-year-old sends me a few things, I'm like, what does she mean by that? I don't know. And then I'll have to send her a question mark, or maybe I should just send her
the dictionary.
The girl that goes like this.
Yeah, that's right.
What? I don't know. Well, Niki, thank you. This is so fascinating. This is great work. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
All right. You can follow Niki on Twitter. Her handle is at Niki Sticks. And you can check out her website too, NikiSelken.com. Coming up, the rabbit effect when Bay Area Focus returns.